Trump to deploy 1,000 of heavily armed soldiers if states, cities fail to act. President Trump announced from the White House Rose Garden Monday evening that he planned to mobilize all available federal resources, civilian and military, to put an end to violent protests across the country, while blaming the outbursts on professional anarchists, looters, criminals, antifa, whom he described as domestic terrorists bringing widespread harm to the nation, Floyd and his family, and that Trump's administration is an ally of peaceful protesters. "I am dispatching thousands and thousands of heavily armed soldiers," Trump said Monday at the White House, clearly seeking to reassure terrified business owners and members of the community in areas hard hit by the coronavirus and the riots that he would uphold his duty to maintain order. Trump insisted his heavy-handed response had nothing to do with suppressing the right to peacefully protest. "We cannot allow an angry mob drown out peaceful protesters," Trump said, describing the looting and attacks on journalists and bystanders as acts of domestic terrorism. In an implicit reference to New York, Trump said he would send in federal troops if cities failed to deal with any violent uprisings. "If cities refuse, I will deploy the United States military and quickly solve the problem for them," Trump said. "We are ending the riots and lawlessness that has spread throughout our country. We will end it now," Trump said. He finished his remarks just before a 7 p.m. ET curfew took effect in the capital city. According to the FT, insiders said Trump aides had debated whether the president should address the nation. Some argued that he needed to try to bring the country together, while others said he would achieve little and would end up looking weak if the violence continued, meaning that Trump likely means what he says. After all, in his mind, his re-election prospects might depend on how tough he looks this week. Meanwhile, the Pentagon just announced that more troops are on standby ahead of what's expected to be another night of chaos in D.C. Pentagon. Additional forces on alert status for D.C. deployment. Defense official says forces not currently being deployed to D.C. National Guard to protect monuments. White House. Pentagon. Total of 600-800 National Guard being sent to D.C. Federal agents from the D and other agencies have been deputized, and are reportedly stopping traffic heading into downtown D.C.